Hello friends, in the last video we had read up to here that King Tut. He was buried with everyday things which he would need in his afterlife, that is life after death. That is these are the things: board games, a bronze razor, linen undergarments, cases of food and wine. So he was buried with all these things. After months of carefully recording the pharaoh's funerary treasures, Carter began investigating his three nested coffins. Now, it took months to Carter to investigate the to take a record of the funerary treasures of King Tut. What are funerary treasures? These are the treasures, these are the artifacts which we can say artifacts made of gold and objects of daily use which are buried with mummies in Egypt. These are the valuable things which are buried at the time of funeral with the mummy. So we call them funerary treasures. So after months of carefully recording the pharaoh's funerary treasures, Carter began investigating his three nested coffins. So after taking a record of all these funerary treasures, it took Carter a few months, and after that he started investigating King Tut's three nested coffin, three layered coffin. Nested means three layered. Opening the first, he found a shroud adorned with garlands of willow and olive leaves, wild celery, lotus petals, and cornflowers, the faded evidence of a burial in March or April. When he opened the first coffin, he found a shroud. What is a shroud? It is a sheet which is used to wrap the dead bodies. So he found a shroud, जिसको coffin भी बोलते हैं, adorned with garlands of willow, which was decorated with garlands of willow tree. Willow, it is a tree which has very soft leaves. So the shroud was decorated with garlands of willow and olive leaves. Olive, you all know, it is also a tree. Wild celery, celery is a plant. Lotus petals, petals of lotus flowers, and cornflowers, the faded evidence of a burial in March or April. All these flowers, leaves, these were the evidence that the body had been buried, that the burial took place in March or April, because these flowers are found in March or April months. When he finally reached the mummy, though, he ran into trouble. And when he finally, after opening all the coffins, it was three layered coffin. So when he opened all the coffins and when he finally reached the mummy, he ran into trouble means he faced a difficulty. What was the difficulty? The ritual resins had hardened, cementing Tut to the bottom of his solid gold coffin. The resins which had been, what is the meaning of resins here? Resin means sticky substances, ointment we can say. So the resins which had been used at the time of burial, so these had hardened, these had become very hard, cementing Tut to the bottom of his solid gold coffin, and the body of Tut had been stuck to the bottom of his solid coffin, which was made of gold. The body of Tut had been stuck because of the resins used at the time of burial, because these resins had become very hard now. And like a cement, Tut's body was stuck to the bottom of the coffin. No amount of legitimate force could move them. Carter wrote later what was to be done. Carter wrote afterwards that no amount of force could move those resins. What was to be done? Now what is to be done? The sun can beat down like a hammer this far south in Egypt, and Carter tried to use it to loosen the raisins. The sun can beat down like a hammer. This part was and in the far south of Egypt, and in this part, at this place, the sun rays, these can beat down like a hammer, like as we can be as we beat with a hammer. So sun rays can beat like a hammer, and Carter tried to use it to loosen the resins. Means the sun rays, these are very we can say the sun is very blazing in this part of which is the far south in Egypt. It blazes, the sunshine is very scorching sunshine, we can say. And Carter tried to use it to loosen the resins, and Carter tried to use sunlight to loosen the resins, to melt the resins. For several hours, he set the mummy outside in blazing sunshine that heated it to 149 degrees Fahrenheit. And for many hours, he put the mummy outside in the blazing sunshine, and that heated the mummy to 149 degree Fahrenheit. Nothing buzzed. But Carter's efforts were useless, and because nothing moved even a bit. Carter put the mummy in sun, but the resins didn't lose even a bit. Buzzed means moved. He reported with scientific detachment that the consolidated material had to be chiseled away from beneath the limbs and trunk before it was possible to raise the king's remains. Now he reported with scientific detachment. What is the meaning of detachment? Detachment means aloof, means he remained aloof, he remained unconnected. So he reported this, that the consolidated material had to be chiseled away from beneath the limbs and trunk before it was possible to raise the king's remain. That the material which had been hardened, it had to be chiseled away. It will have to be, means we will have to cut that material from beneath the, from under the limbs. Limbs means body parts, and trunk means body. As we have the trunk of the tree, in the same way, trunk of the body, you all know what is trunk, the part from neck to up, means legs जहाँ से start होती हैं उसके बीच का part. Yes, so he recorded that he reported that the consolidated, that the material which had been hard, which had become very hard, it will have to be cut away from beneath, from under the limbs and body before and only then it was possible to raise the King Tut's remains from there. Only then the body can be separated from the coffin. In his defense, Carter really had little choice. If he had not cut the mummy free, thieves most certainly would have circumvented the guards and ripped it apart to remove the gold. In his defense, Carter really had little choice. Now, in a way, Carter had you, and chisel, it is a tool. chisel एक टूल होता है which is used to cut anything. You can say that this is like a cheni. So he used that tool to cut Tut's body and to separate Tut's body from the coffin, because body had been stuck. So in his defense, now Carter had to defend himself why he had cut the body. So he had no choice, he had very little option. If he had not cut, so he defended himself by saying that if he had not cut the mummy free, if he had not used the chisel to cut the mummy, Thieves most certainly would have circumvented the guards and ripped it apart to remove the gold. Then thieves, they would have dodged the guards and cut the body apart, cut the mummy apart to remove the gold, from the because Tut's body was laden with gold. So the thieves would have dodged the guards and they would have stolen all the gold if he had not separated the mummy from the coffin by using a chisel. So in this way he defended himself. In Tut's time, the royals were fabulously wealthy and they thought or hoped they could take their riches with them. In Tut's time, the royal people, they were fabulously wealthy, they were very rich, and they thought and they hoped they could take their riches with them. They thought that after their death also they could take their wealth with them. For the journey to the great beyond, King Tut was lavished with glittering goods, precious collars, inlaid necklaces and bracelets, rings, amulets, a ceremonial apron, sandals, sheaths for his fingers and toes, and the now iconic inner coffin and mask, all of pure gold. For his journey to the great beyond. After King Tut's death, when he was being taken to the great beyond, so he was lavished with glittering goods. All these shining goods were kept with his mummy. What were these? Precious collars, inlaid necklaces, and bracelets. They were necklaces, valuable necklaces and bracelets. Rings, amulets. Amulets means charms carried about the person. We can say ताबीज, जिनको हम ताबीज बोलते हैं. Amulets, a ceremonial apron, which is worn at the time of ceremonies. Sandals, sheaths for his fingers and toes. Sheaths means covers. In those days, covers were used for the fingers and toes. And the now iconic inner coffin and mask. Iconic means images which are either carved or painted. So these inner coffin and mask, all of pure gold. All these things were made of pure gold. To separate Tut from his adornments, Carter's men removed the mummy's head and severed nearly every major joint. To separate Tut from his adornments. Adornments means the things which had been used to decorate his mummy. So to separate Tut's body from his adornments, from these decorations, Carter's men, they removed the mummy's head and severed means separated nearly every major joint, and they had to separate every major joint. Once they had finished, they reassembled the remains on a layer of sand in a wooden box with padding that concealed their damage, the bed where Tut now rests. Once they had finished their work, they had separated the body from the coffin, and now they assembled the remains again on a layer of sand. They spread sand, and on that layer of sand they assembled the remains of Tut's body in a wooden box. They kept it in a wooden box. They spread the sand and they assembled the remains of King Tut on that sand with padding, and they kept pads on that concealed the damage, so that the damage which had been done to Tut's body, they could hide that damage, so that they may hide the damage done to Tut's body. The bed where Tut now rests, and this is the place where Tut now where Tut is now. Archaeology has changed substantially in the intervening decades, focusing less on treasure and more on fascinating details of life and intriguing mysteries of death. Archaeology has changed. What is archaeology? Archaeology, it is a scientific study of human antiquities. So, archaeology has changed very much, substantially, very much in the intervening decades. In these decades, focusing less on treasure and more on fascinating details of life and intriguing mysteries of death. Earlier, the people paid more attention towards treasure, but today they focus on mystery of life and death. So archaeology has changed very much, because formerly people paid attention on treasures, what are the treasures buried with mummy, and now they pay more attention on the mysteries of death, how the death occurred. So this is the difference between former times and nowadays. It also uses more sophisticated tools, including medical technology. Today, medical technology is very advanced and more sophisticated tools are used in investigating the details of the mummy. Earlier, you know that chisel was used to cut the mummy apart, but nowadays these tools are not used because medical technology has become very advanced. In 1968, more than 40 years after Carter's discovery, an anatomy professor x-rayed the mummy and revealed a startling fact. Beneath the resin that cakes his chest, his breastbone and front ribs are missing. In 1968, more than 40 years after Carter's discovery. You know, Carter discovered the mummy in 1922. So in 1968, it has become more than 40 years since the time when Carter discovered it, and now an anatomy professor, he x-rayed the mummy. He took an x-ray of mummy and revealed a startling fact, and he showed us a very astonishing fact, that beneath the resin that cakes his chest, beneath the resin, under the resin, which was used to fix his chest, his breastbone and front ribs are missing. That King Tut's breastbone and his front ribs were missing. Today, diagnostic imaging can be done with computed tomography or CT, by which hundreds of X-rays in cross-section are put together like slices of bread to create a three-dimensional virtual body. Today, a body can be diagnosed with CT scan, with computed tomography. What is the full form of CT? Computed tomography, by which hundreds of X-rays in cross section, these are put together, these are kept together like slices of bread, like these are the bread slices, and with the help of these X-rays, a three-dimensional virtual body can be created. What more would a CT scan reveal of Tut than the X-ray? And could it answer two of the biggest questions still lingering about him? How did he die, and how old was he at the time of his death? These two questions, how did he die and how old was he at the time of his death, these are still lingering, means still unsolved. And what would a CT scan reveal of Tut than the X-ray? Means a CT scan, could a CT scan answer these two biggest questions which are still lingering, which are still unsolved, that how did he die and how old he was at the time of his death? King Tut's demise was a big event even by royal standards. He was the last of his family line, and his funeral was the death rattle of a dynasty, but the particulars of his passing away and its aftermath are unclear. King Tut's demise means death. It was a big event, even by royal standards. If we think according to royal standards, it was a very big event because it was the end of a dynasty. He was the last of his family line. He was last year of his dynasty, of his family, and his funeral was the death rattle of a dynasty, and with his funeral the dynasty came to an end. Death rattle means it was the end of a dynasty, but the particulars of his passing away and its aftermath are unclear. But the particulars, the facts, how he passed away and its aftermath. What is the meaning of aftermath? Means we can say result. What was and particulars of his death and what was the result? These are still unclear. These things are still not clear. So we will continue the rest of the chapter afterwards.